one thing that you've been able to do at PX3, which really caught our attention, and one thing that really separates you again, is everybody needs to be more efficient. The marketplace is demanding it, and the marketplace is saying, why would I look at 10 candidates, for example, when I can look at one that Jeremy has selected for my particular needs? So let's talk about that, because that's the way in which you've really been able to really segment out your business from so many others in the space, because you deliver efficiency. You don't deliver maybe 10 or 20 candidates and have your client spend all this time, energy, and effort, going through all 10 or 20. You deliver like the one that you feel is the best one. So let's talk about that. And where did that come from?
The efficiency thing really comes down to, and I don't mean this to be greedy, but my desire to succeed, plain and simple, because when I succeed, my client succeeds and everybody wins. And so I think if you're truly focused on achieving the outcome the client wants, efficiency becomes second nature. It becomes a mandatory in the process. And so when I talk about even our very, very first conversation with an employer in establishing their criteria, we're at that very, very first stage, the foundation, if you will, establishing efficiency protocols by very simply eliminating the chaff from the wheat, right? We're not looking at every possible option. We are looking at those one or two people. Well, how do we get there? Well, we look for those superstar qualities, right? We look for the people that meet the cultural and community needs. We look at the people that, want to do more or have a long-term vision that this employer also shares, or vice versa. So, at the end of the day, it starts in the beginning and focusing on what you really want. So often, Andy, what happens is employers, unfortunately, due to that dynamic, they're out in the market not only looking for good people, but they're trying to promote their own organization, right? The problem is it's very difficult to self-promote, but also filter and screen people. Because when I'm talking to you and say, hey, you know what, Andy, I want to bring you on as VP of Market here at PX3 Medical. Well, guess what? I want to promote all the great things that you're going to be interested in. But at the same time, I'm trying to be careful to also validate you and your credentials and your experience to make sure if you're a good fit. But it's nearly impossible to both screen and promote at the same time, which is really one of the main advantages of working with an independent firm like mine. Guess what? We're not biased. We're third party, intermediary. And even though we're acting as an ambassador for our clients, we don't have any vested interest in that particular candidate because the candidate has not proven worthy yet. We have to put them through the test. And so by the time they go through that, trial and those tribulations and end up on the employer's desk, all the filtering, all the screening is done. And now the employer can focus exclusively on promotion rather than having to filter out that person to make sure, hey, are they even viable for the bare necessity of this position?